For Jordan McClinton, his dream had come true. An accomplished athlete, an amazing student, his life after high school in Brunswick was exactly what he had hoped for. An offer to join the cheerleading team at the school he always wanted to attend, Georgia Tech. For his parents, Vicki and Dominic, so much pride in Jordan and his brother. This was a family who, as they say, were blessed. But life as it will threw them a curveball that would take a monumental effort, not only from Jordan, but everyone around him, to push through. April 20th, 2020. Jordan and his mother remember the day, the exact time. That's when he was practicing gymnastics in the front yard. But during his routine, something devastating happened. Practicing on wet grass, Jordan slipped and didn't get completely through a flip. He landed awkwardly on his head, injuring his neck and spine.
I remember it, but it doesn't really feel like it happened. It kind of feels like a movie. Every time I talk to my friends about it, it kind of feels like I was retelling a dream or retelling a movie that I watched.
I heard this sound and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. And I called for Jordan and he didn't answer. So I got up. So of course I ran out and I saw him there, went and talked to him, told him I was going back in the house to call the paramedics.
And the paramedics who showed up knew exactly what to do once they saw the video Jordan had recorded of his routine.
They immediately went into action. We're gonna have to have him airlifted, it's bad. We have to take him to a trauma center, it was like clockwork. They just sprung into action.
The next step was clear. Get Jordan to a place where he would get the immediate, crucial care he needed to stabilize and eventually to recover. That place, like it is for so many, was UF Health Jacksonville.
It was truly a godsend for him to end up at UF, and we are truly blessed that we went there to UF.
UF Health Trauma 1 picked Jordan up in Brunswick, and not long after, he was in the region's only Level 1 trauma center, getting expert care from the trauma team.
Spinal cord injuries are devastating. Obviously, the loss of the ability to move and breathe on your own is really challenging. Fortunate he was brought to UF Health, where we really specialize in spinal cord injury care and have a comprehensive program with our neurosurgeons, our therapists. And we even offer technology that Jordan really did benefit from that's not offered at most trauma centers.
It didn't take long for the trauma team to know exactly what Jordan needed. Get him to surgery, stabilize his spine, and then begin the slow process of recovery. But Dominic knew he was in the right place.
We wish that this would not have happened, but so many blessings have come from it actually happening.
They assured us that he was gonna be in the best place and that they knew what they were doing. So they gave us comfort in knowing that. From talking to us every step of the way to treating us as if it was their son that they were caring for.
Always them being there, making sure I was comfortable, making sure I had everything I needed.
He's going to be okay. The people here are going to take care of him while we're here, and they absolutely did. To all of the nurses and the doctors that came through, they were tremendous.
After immediate surgery, Jordan was taken to UF Health Jacksonville's Pediatric Intensive Care Unit. Joe Tucker is the unit's nurse manager. The McClintons remember him well.
When you tell them you're uncomfortable, what is uncomfortable?
It was just my neck.
Your neck?
He made sure Mom and Dad were taken care of too.
We've got a great team of physicians, surgeons, nurses that do the primary care, but I ensured I checked on the family every day. Jordan has a great family, they're a great support system, and he had a great attitude. So I really think that helped in his recovery.
Whatever the needs were from Jordan's perspective to Vicki and I's, you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You can't help him if you're not taken care of. So it immediately lifted a weight off of our shoulders and knowing that he's going to be okay.
Dominic says he knew Jordan would be okay when he was taken off a ventilator. But for Mom and Dad, it was a restless 2 weeks at UF Health. That's where Dr. Yorgaitis and the trauma team, Dr. Ghazenfar Ramathula and the neurosurgery team, and Joe and his nursing and support staff made sure Jordan received the expert care he needed to move to the next step. There were also dozens of other dedicated staff members, not only physicians and nurses, but rehabilitative and speech specialists. support staff, and so many more. The next phase would be in his home state of Georgia, in Atlanta, at the Shepherd Center. And by the way, that's close to Georgia Tech, where Jordan was determined to get back to. Jordan's recovery began on a table, but the little things kept him and the family going.
Do it again.
From something as simple as moving his toes,
Mama. It did, Jordan.
to standing with the help of his care team, walking with the help of support equipment,
Better.
taking steps down the hallway with the help of a walker,
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
then crutches. One step at a time. The process took months. Vicky stayed with Jordan at first. Because of COVID, she couldn't leave and no one else could come in. Then when Jordan was ready for outpatient rehab, it was Dominic's turn.
It's all right. You're getting there.
Mom for comfort, Dad to push in during rehab. And along the way, plenty of support. Well wishes from friends back home. A message from another former Heroes honoree, Tim Callahan, who recovered from a similar spinal injury.
He's completed his goal of walking out a circle.
And just a few months after first coming to UF Health, Jordan was leaving rehab at Shepherd, on crutches, but on his own.
Jordan, I'm really amazed. I know you had a great attitude about this. You worked hard, and I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you. You've got a great support system, and I'm sure that played a major impact on your recovery.
Get it, Jordan!
Couldn't have asked for a better staff to help us get through this situation.
You're amazing. You are amazing. I appreciate everything that you've done. What you do is a passion, it's a calling, and I thank you, as Jordan mentioned, from the bottom of our hearts. If it wasn't for what you did, Jordan wouldn't be here today.
It truly saved my life. At the time, I probably couldn't have seen it or understood what was happening, but now looking back at it, I really thank you for all that you did, and you really cared about everything that happened to me, and I appreciate that.